Oh, good morning. London good market perspective for the day. And if you look critically into the structure of good market, you'll see that starting from June price action, we'll have a series of consolidated descending trend line roof on a descending trend line, RS1, RS2, RS3. Let's put it into perspective. Resistance becomes support and breaker structure. Resistance becomes support and breaker structure. Resistance becomes support and breaker structure. And another resistance becomes support and breaker structure. And when price return here, we we respected the structure as well before finally breaking out. We respected the structure here, but attempted to break out of the structure, but got stopped by this structure, which I also want to put into perspective. So we have an ascending trend line again acting as a dynamic resistance to upswing after price created 3-hour structure here. We had a support become resistance and breaker structure. We have RS, not just ordinary RS, but also RS, RT at a breaker structure. And that's an RT. So subsequently after that, then we now had series of RT slash RS here. Now we had another one here. So I think gold is recovering. Gold market is recovering, and I would not lie to you, based on what market has done here, it's sitting on a very strong bullish pedestal. I will not lie to you, based on this structure alone, it looks like gold has recovered on this structure. I'm not going to lie to you. This is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm seeing. It looks like gold price is recovering. It looks like it's recovering. How it looks like. So please pay critical attention to it. It looks like it's recovering. Because every time the market does anything, it always gives us, there's always a pre-information into the next price movement, and but we only ignore it. So there's nothing the market does today without pre-information, and the market is so accurate that trading is education, pure education, and I will tell you, trading is pure education, pure education. A lot of people do not understand, but I've taken time off every other thing to analyze the market to realize that if you are a good trader, you are an educated person. Education is relative. What you call education is relative. So take time and learn how to trade. You're not going to regret it. This why I'm keeping this blue ascending trend line. It becomes my new. It's going to serve as my new sell roof. So if price comes here, it will be a litmus test, a buy sell litmus test. So this blue ascending trend line is a buy sell litmus test for me in the future. So while dealing with 3 hours, I think gold market has recovered, just like I told you, it has recovered, and on this structure. And one of the things that puts that recovery parameter is the break of a supply roof here. The break of a supply roof at this level. Remember, market created a very strong pivotal move at this level. A strong pivotal move. Should we sweep this under the carpet? No, we can't do that. This is a strong pivotal moment in July. The break of that structure, price came back, retested it one. When it came back, it retested it 30.31, came back 30.31 again. And it looks like the market is recovering. ladies and gentlemen. On 3 hours, I'm getting a strong confirmation. Let me move back to 4 hours, my preferred litmus test. And on 4 hours also, we seem to be having a strong clarification again on 4 hours. On 4 hours, we have a strong clarification. And I also want to point out one more litmus on 4 hours. You switch on to your line chart, and you see the price has created here as SR support become resistance and breaker structure, and another one, though not exactly at this point, but you didn't get. Okay, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. By way of weeks, it was already at this point. Then we had here also as another SR that support become resistance and breaker structure, giving you an ascending trend line ATL. So watch the ascending trend line. The ascending trend line was broken. SR1, SR2, SR3 breakout. It came for retest. So it becomes an RT slash RS. Resistance becomes support and breaker structure, and as well a retest candle to a broken support structure becomes a resistance swing, and you have seen price sell down, created W structure, and the market has left. The market has left. And on technical, I was expecting a pullback into 23, 24, 22, but market rejected it. I was on technical expecting a pullback into the structure. So if that was to happen, then that should have placed a searchlight on this trend line, and also make it a litmus test, because every time a key level presents a strong buy sell parameter, we place special emphasis on it. So I was expecting a pull into the structure 22, 23, but the market rejected. The market rejected it because of the um, top layer demand floor, a previously broken, a previously broken supply roof is currently a demand floor. Yes, that is what it is. A previously broken supply roof is now a demand floor based on the rules of trading. And if you make necessary adjustments to adjust the wicks to match with the current price action, you see that the market is correct, very, very much correct. So we locked this buy idea on here. We locked it here and here as a supply roof. All these are all supply roof. We locked it here as a demand floor by way of wicks. And we also had a clear breakout here. There is a clear breakout here. Let me also put it into perspective. Let me put it into perspective. And there is a clear breakout at this level, which a lot of people call break and retest. And that was the first time you got that. So I also want to put that clear and put the word clear, break and retest. That was a very clear one. That was a very clear break and retest. Very clear. So after that, you see price has come back to retest it. SR1, SR2, a broken supply roof becomes a demand floor. So demand floor 1, demand floor 2. And you see buyers have left. Buyers have left. And while I was doing it, I added another buy position. I saw it. You see, one thing in trading is that you need a spiritual direction. The moment you get spiritual clarity, you get clarity in trading. You know what you see the direction of the market. I'm seeing the direction of the market. I'm seeing the direction of the market. On the top layer bound, you see here we'll have ROS1. Resistance becomes support and breaker structure, and you see a clear breaker structure out of that. The demand floor created, and price came back here to respect it, making it another RS, and we have another RS at this level, and we have a breaker structure return here as a ROS slash RT. So you see why after price broke out from here, it turned here to a supply roof. So you trade in zone, you trade in zone, you trade in zone. If price breaks away from this zone, I start looking for a buy opportunity. Look at it. Look at the structure here. These are all free structures for educational purpose only. Every risk you take on my idea is on you. Okay? So RT slash ROS. So that was why after that breakout, look at the structure here. There's a clear structural breakout here. where ROS became SR. Remember, the strategy is wait on interchange. You have to wait on interchange. There is an interchange here, an ROS SR interchange, giving us a descending trend line, DTL. And when price came here, respected it because we had an interchange here on 4 hours. ROS here is SR. And when price return here as S, so we now have three interchange, ROS, SR, ROS interchange, giving us a clear descending trend line. And when price broke out from here, it was a continuous sell. When price managed to return to that structure, it all ended up in sell before pulling out, breaking out liquidity. After breaking out from there, we had another ROS, SR interchange. Price returns here as SR. And when we broke out from that store, we retested a couple of times, and we broke out, we turned it to a supply roof, and we sold. And when we return, we sold again. If we return here again, it's going to be a sell around the 3,373. So this becomes your new supply roof and also a litmus test for buy continuation. So if they manage to break out from there, I will turn it to a buy confirmation. So that's a supply roof and also a litmus test for buy continuation. So if they break out from that structure, then I will add, hoping that I will return here and possibly create a new high. So if they break out from here, then I enter a new zone. A breakout from here on a sustained, then I will most likely want to hold my buy idea into 3,400. And anything that brings price into here might challenge the blue ascending trend line. So if that happens, then that becomes a new supply roof. So this will be your new supply roof. And the break above this structure, will be looking at a new all-time high. Because if price gets into 420, 420 is not far from 500. That few pips away. So market may want to challenge it. So if that happens, then our structure will change. The structure will change definitely. Then if we get into there, then I will change my structure to align with the new objective. And at this level now, I have a very clear 4 hours here. Very clear 4 hours that is putting the market into perspective. So this becomes your new zone where I will wait for price. And Shavyfxhub. So as we start the day, let's start the day on a very strong mindset and reflect and believe that you are not small. You are not small. Nobody is small. Nobody is small. Nobody is small. Don't let anyone belittle you. Focus on your strategy. Every strategy is good. Every strategy is good. Every trader is a good trader, but it's not every trader that has mindset. Be a trader with mindset, and I want to lend you one mindset, the mindset of a hunter. If you stick to the mindset of a hunter, you could be very much successful. I want to see you at the top. Bye bye.